Friends new to our Facebook page and Coffee Clutch blog may not understand what Therapy for Therapy Horses is or why I created this simple program of clinics. So I figured it was time to dust off the old story and explain it. When I began writing about people and horses, helping horses and people, for Equine magazine shortly after moving to Virginia, I wrote more than a few stories about therapeutic riding centers and the magic that happens there. I had for decades already known, felt and understood the healing power of the spirit of the horse, and I wanted to thank in person the horses who shared it so freely. One day, while visiting a very nice and popular therapeutic riding center for an interview for the story, I could see that the horses, while well cared for, had a stiffness about them. Upon closer examination, I noticed several of the horses were heavy on their forehand, inverted and weak in the hind end. As part of the interview, I watched a few therapy sessions and noticed some of the horses moving with short, choppy strides and having difficulty turning smoothly. This came as a surprise to me. Unsettled, I decided to do some checking and discovered that yes, indeed, often horses who do equine-assisted therapy develop a few kinks in their bodies. And in fairness, any horse doing the same job repeatedly does too. Even lesson horses and show horses can become stiff or locked up here or there. They are just more likely to let you know they are unhappy about something. But most therapy horses have that frame of mind that they will endure and not show their discomfort too boldly. That personality trait of caring for others more than themselves is exactly the trait that makes them good therapy horses. Therapy horses carry precious cargo, and much is expected of them. As they walk along giving healing therapy, they must not only be aware of that precious cargo, who may not be able to sit correctly, use their legs, or concentrate, but they must also be careful not to bump into sidewalkers on each side. The leader and therapist, too, must be accounted for with each step. This can sometimes cause horses to move in ways that tweak its spine, neck, withers, or hips. When we try to introduce this stuff to the public at large, most people don't care. They want to ride their horse, they want to do what they do, they use bits, they use martingales, they use tie downs, they do whatever they got to do. You know, and typically in the horse world, if it ain't working, get something stronger. Well, that's not how. If it ain't working, get lighter. That's what horses really are. If it doesn't work, you got to get lighter, not stronger. But that's not how humans are. Humans are. So what we had with Kat was she stood like this, and she stood like this for all the reasons that I know. And what was happening is her back end was moving farther and farther away because she had so much pain. She was dropping her top. I can't do it because she was dropping her top line. So what you see, all those things in a horse is pain avoidance. And the pain avoidance, just like us, breaks down the body more and more and more. These exercises that we do work to connect the body back to the brain back to the body in a way that doesn't give pain. Put your other hand on his nose. Oh, there.
Is she supposed to have an injury?
It's okay, you do. A little bit.
So did you there? So you.
There you go. Okay. See, oh, okay. That was a little bit too vigorous for him.
Okay. So where did you go? Around
Again, your hand. Hold on.
I'm not squeezing hard enough.
Well, no, we don't squeeze, but we have to. See what I do? Okay, let me explain it to you this way. When I'm pulling it back to me, the thumb's not doing anything. I'm just pushing with my fingertips. When I push it away, the fingers aren't doing. I'm just pushing with the palm of my hand.
Okay.
So we're not. It's okay.
So I let you know.
Yep. So just.
You make it look so easy.
Well, I've been doing it for 30 years. There you go. Just walk right in.
Okay, how this is
Now stop. Yep. And now you want to look at this part of the horse, and you want to rock front so he just shifts his weight away from you. Now bring him back. Yeah. It's just that subtle. Be aware of your own body while you're doing this. We want you neutral while you're doing this. Did you see how when I corrected him? Now stop. And now you want to just look at this part of the horse and rock him away from you. Whoop, whoop. Yep, all we want to see is the beginnings of the motion of shifting. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
No padding. No padding. Padding drives away energy. If you want to do anything, stroke them, but no padding. Let me have it. All right, can you see what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what you were doing. I'll show you in a minute what you were doing. Not on him.
You got it that time.
Huh?
You got it that time.
Here, now what people misconstrue about this, we're not jabbing in, we're doing this. Some of them will clamp down tight, too bad, deal with it. None of these horses are going, I've been doing this, I don't know how many thousand horses I've done this to, and I got kicked exactly twice. So they're not, and one of the times the lady said, she's going to kick you. And I said, I don't get kicked. See the wiggle? And then I move down to the next one. Then I move down to the next one. See, he's getting more tense down here. Keep your shoulders soft. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Get your hand up there as far as these fingers will go, up against his butt. And then you just put your other hand underneath, and you just see how I'm lifting it up? And you gotta be directly behind. Some horses have tails that are really limp. Some horses have tails that are really, really hard, rigid, like a pipe. Don't break the pipe. Take a little subtler move. It'll get softer the next time, or maybe even while you're doing that time. And like in Elvis's case, he started subtle, and as I went down, he started bracing against it, and his tail got tighter. But then the second time, it was just perfect.